All right, so I'm going to talk about body positivity in the church. So I was watching something, Ruslan KD. He had a video. It wasn't on his channel. I forget the channel's name that he was doing. But anyways, he good guy, subscribe to him. But anyways, he was just talking about body positivity in the church, and this just brings up something with me which I had a concern with for a while when it comes to the church, which is health. And I've just seen this amongst the members who believe in divine healing and those who don't. This applies to both sects of the church, but it's just we don't really talk about gluttony. We just don't. It is the leading killer in the United States of people in general. The consequences of the food we eat. It is the leading killer. It kills more than cigarettes. It kills more than alcohol. It's just a disaster. And when you look at the people in the church, you see it's just like, well, we just let it ourselves go. We're not, we're supposed to be talking about crucifying the flesh, but when it comes to this issue, it's like, whoa, okay, how are you crucifying the flesh? And I know some of us talk against smoking and things of this nature, smoking and drugs and things of this nature. We're just to get within cigarette smoking, not weed or alcohol. The reason why we come against that because it's destructive towards our body. But gluttony is the same kind of thing, and much more people, like somebody may take a smoke like once a month, and somebody might have something to say about that. But if somebody is routinely overeating, we don't have much to say about that at all, which is grossly out of balance. So I just think that the health conversation needs to be a lot more when it comes to the church, because it doesn't just kill people early, but it causes a lot of physically compromising things that causes a lot of burden on other people, which we're supposed to be bearing other people's burdens, not causing other people burdens. So some things I've been checking out recently, I've kind of been listening to the health and fitness stuff for a while, but it's one, and I'm not a we'll just say a certified anything as far as health is concerned. So this is just not me talking. I'm referring to somebody else who's been more of experience of a personal trainer, is Mind Pump. And they're talking about how, it's how cardio is not necessarily the best way to lose weight, but weight training is. Now, cardio is good for you, but just if you have a particular goal, it's just like if you wanted to gain weight, you wouldn't cut your calories. And some people do need to gain weight like me. You wouldn't cut your calories and things of this nature. There's a time and place for everything, but they were just talking about how calories, how can I put this? Weight training is the best for, weight training should be the foundation of any exercise program, and it's not necessarily, and weight training is the best way to lose weight, not cardio. Cardio is because of the adaptations you have. Cardio might cause your metabolism to slow down even more than what it already is. And, that doesn't mean your metabolism is bad when your metabolism slows down, but just in this particular environment where you don't have to do much and food is everywhere, it's not conducive to this. Like somebody with a fast metabolism seems like he's blessed because he can maybe eat more and get away with it. Now, when it comes to gluttony, I define gluttony as eating in a way that destroys your body, knowingly destroys your body when you have other options available. That's how I define gluttony. Knowingly eat in a way that destroys your body, that when you have other options available. Now, I don't think you have to be super strict on your diet in order for you to be healthy. I do not believe that. But at the same time, and just because you're not fat doesn't mean you're not a glutton. There's skinny people who could be a glutton. You could be addicted to, it's like sugar, which I have. I became a little bit at one point in time, and that was doing some destructive stuff to my body. So I had to alter what I had to do. Just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're a glutton. And a lot of times, and there's some times when there's heavy people who don't eat very much, but they're still heavy. Now, the vast majority of the time, people are, when they're heavy, they're. I'm not gonna say vast majority. Like a huge percentage of the time, I'm not going to give percentages because I don't really know this, but huge percentage of the time, just because they're heavy doesn't mean they're eating a lot. And and then there's a lot of people who, well, I'm not gonna say huge percentage, I'm just saying a lot of times. And a lot of times, just because someone's skinny doesn't mean they're not eating a lot. It doesn't. There could be a health problem. Maybe their metabolism is naturally faster. Maybe they're just really active. A lot of times, skinny people, although a lot of times when you're dealing with people who are heavy or who are skinny, they're either, people are heavy, they're probably eating too much, and when they're skinny, they're not probably eating enough. But the Mind Pup it's called Mind Pup Show or Mind Pup TV. Mind Pump Clips. They have 3 different channels. They talk about keeping how to lose weight, how to speed up your metabolism, because your metabolism your metabolism is designed to adapt. And you want your metabolism to be slow in certain environments. You do. You don't want your metabolism to be the only mode it could be in is fast. You don't want that. And sometimes it might be, in my opinion, and I'm not an expert in health, so I could be wrong on this, but I think sometimes it's even good to have a little extra weight on you, because there may be circumstances where you will need that weight. I've seen this happen when people get really sick and they lose a lot of weight. So, like, my grandmother lost a whole lot of weight. She was obese, and then she lost a lot of weight because she got sick. And she was still big after she lost weight, but if she was at a normal size, it would have probably killed. The weight she lost would have probably killed her. But so, with that being said, I think it's just health in general should be something that's more focused on. I'll put a link to low of what I was talking about with when the individuals was talking about, the personal trainers was talking about cardio and things of this nature. One of them talked about a study where hunter-gatherers had the same speed metabolism as couch potatoes, because our bodies tend to adapt to whatever, to our environments in a lot of cases. So we have to send the right kind of signal to lose weight. And I just do think that the church should do a better job in focusing on controlling what we eat and eating better, and talk about health more. Even if you do believe in divine healing, you can't be like people who believe in divine healing don't believe that you could just openly smoke or drink and God is just going to cover you. So for everything. So I think you can provide the same principle for food. You don't want to eat in a way that is just knowingly destructive to your body. Now, if you don't know that something is destructive to you, a lot of times, sometimes you might not know. Sometimes you might find out that your body reacts to certain things, and it might react to certain things a little slower. You might realize, oh, it's causing a problem. So sometimes you might not know it's destructive to your body. But for the most part, we know what we should be eating. I don't think it requires a super strict diet in order for us to get where we need to go. But I do think it does require sacrifice and discipline. I don't think you have to eat rice, broccoli, and chicken all the time. But I do believe that it does. It will just require. I just think it will require, just some kind of discipline. And I think this is something that needs to be talked about more. And I think the reason why we probably don't talk about it is because a lot of us is doing it. And I mean, this has been going on long before the body positivity movement. But if the body positivity movement even creeps into the church, that would be even more of a disaster. Just because America's always the biggest country in the world, and we aren't necessarily leading the charge as far as getting ourselves together when it comes to church and health. So that's all I really have to say about that. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.